Today, Professor Dr. Manoj Kumar will speak a case study of the sugar industry, industry and the supply chain performance measurement. How the supply chain performance measurement of a sugar industry, in the case of the sugar industry in a Thailand, can be done. The purpose of this paper is to introduce a framework to measure the sustainable performance of the supply chains. The supply chain stakeholders in the study are suppliers, a manufacturer, customer, and the surrounding community. The proposed sustainable supply chain performance measurement consists of the 3 dimensions with the 14 indicators. In order to assess overall sustainability of the studied supply chain, a composite index is developed to combine all indicators to reflect the sustainability performance of the supply chain. The case of the sugar industry in Thailand is selected as an illustrative case. There are 4 steps to create the composite index, which are the number 1, measuring value, number 2, normalized method, number 3, weighting of the indicator, number 4, aggregation method. The numerical example based on the obtained data of the Thai sugar industry is provided in order to explain how to calculate the composite index. The findings show that the overall sustainable supply chain core score of the manufacturer is the 55.61%, while suppliers, customers, and the community achieve a composite index score of the 80.97% and 75% respectively. The major contribution of this paper is the development of the sustainable supply chain indicators between the supply chain and the stakeholders, and an approach to measure overall sustainable supply chain performance via the development of a composite index. Keywords are sustainable supply chain performance measurement, sugar industry, and the numerical example. Sustainability is an important performance dimension that needs to be considered when designing the supply chain. Sustainable supply chain is driven by the environmental and the social objectives with the economic benefit. A sustainable supply chain will therefore theoretically enable competitiveness of the all supply chain performance. Supply chain members. In order to enhance the competitiveness of the supply chain, it is important to first assess supply chain performance. Supply chain performance is necessary for the competitiveness of the supply chain. Several researchers have proposed framework for the sustainable performance with the quantitative indicators. These proposed indicators emphasize effectiveness and efficiency in terms of the performance. Efficiency is used to measure input utilization, with effectiveness is used to measure goals or output of the organizations. These effectiveness and efficiency indicators need to be also to be measured the value added along the any given supply chain. The purpose of this paper is to propose a more holistic framework to help the measure supply chain sustainable performance. Sustainable supply chain performance indicator. Currently, indicators related to the supply chain performance are the numerous and difficult to select for the generic performance evaluation. The Global Reporting Initiative, which was defined by the United Nations Environment Program UNEP in 1997, provides a standard framework for the sustainable performance. GRI is the mostly widely used standard for the sustainability reporting that can be used for the all organizations respective of their size, sector, or location. The main domain of the GRI focuses on the economic, environmental, and the social dimension. The GRI guideline offers more than 200 indicators that may be selected to evaluate each organization. Apart from the following, the GRI framework, other researchers such as the Securing and Muller in 2008 or Hasni Ritial in 2012 have also proposed their respective sustainability framework for the consideration. The main challenge is that the GRI indicators have not been developed to evaluate the supply chain. The GRI indicators are more suitable to measure the sustainability performance of the individual supply chain members and not the supply chain as a whole. Table 1 shows the review literature on indicators of the supply chain performance based on the 3 dimensions as number 1, economic dimension, number 2, environmental direction, and the number 3, the social dimension. These are the 3 dimensions of the measurement. The economic dimension is a key dimension in the evaluation of the performance. These economic indicators aim to assess organizational capability. The most common economic indicators are the profitability, cost, flexibility, and the timeless productivity, quality, and employment. That is seen by the Gunasekaran. Economic indicators can be categorized into the financial and non-financial indicators. Profitability and cost are the financial measurement. Profitability can assess business performance. Profitability can be measured with indicators such as return on the investment, return on the assets, and the net profit. Actual cost can also be used to evaluate the supply chain performance. In addition, cost indicators can focus on the macro level activity such as a manufacturing cost, operation cost, transportation cost, inventory cost, labor cost, and the logistic cost. In order to evaluate the non-financial issue, indicators are the timeliness, flexibility, productivity, quality, and employment can be considered. Flexibility is related to the manufacturing feasibility at the stages of the supply chain. Flexibility is focused on the delivery time that affect the customer decision to place order. To measure flexibility, Gunasekaran proposed production delivery cycle time, machine or tool setup time, and the inventory turnover. Within the supply chain, there is a need to enable more flexibility through volume and the delivery. More flexibility through the volume and the delivery flexibility. These 2 indicators measure the ability to respond demand and delivery variance. Timeliness can be used to measure on-time delivery of the suppliers to reflect their reliability capability. Timeliness of delivery can be applied when assessing delivery speed and the reliability. Moreover, inventory turnover rate is another key indicator that can measure timeliness of the operational performance. Productivity is the comparison of input and output within industry. It can be measured by the ratio of a worker time on productive activity and the total time available for the productive work. Quality is a non-financial indicator that can measure economic performance as it refers to the zero waste of the production along the supply chain. Employment indicators can be reflection of the long-term development. The environmental dimension. Firms need to consider their respective environmental impact by making their operation more environmental friendly. The environmental design is composed of the resource consumption, energy consumption, and emission, and the waste. Resource usage needs to be measured in machines, material, water, air, soil, and the land. Efficiency usage of the energy used, the greenhouse gas emission, KPI for transforming the warehouse activity. Resource consumption is one criteria used in the environmental dimension. Energy usage can assess environmental performance by assessing energy consumption and the fuel efficiency by the Gupta and Kumar 2013. Renewable energy sources are important issue for the sustainability. Emission and the waste include air emission, CO2 emission, water generation, solid waste disposal, and consumption of the hazardous, harmful, toxic material. Vinod Ritial presented the environmental performance metrics that are non-product output measures. Their exit environmental issues such as the air emission, water pollution, and the solid waste that are derived from the supply chain activity. These table shows the indicators of the supply chain, sustainable supply chain. The economic indicators are given there, environmental impact indicators are given there, social indicators are given there. This is the Gunasekaran, which are given on the return on investment, return on assets, and the cycle. And these are the return on investment and the cost per operating hour, and the manufacturing legal time. These are the indicators of the economic indicators are there. At first, go for the economic indicators. Logistic cost volume flexibility, delivery flexibility, product delivery cycle, non-profit manufacturing cost, return of asset, return on investment, and the manufacturing lead time, inventory turnover, productivity, and the quality products implying. And the environment factors are the energy use per product unit, renewable energy use, resource use per product unit, and resource utilization, space use. Waste maximization of the CUD, and the work-related injury and illness rate, and the employee training expenses, and the customer relation time. These are the social benefits. These are the social indicators are there. These are the social indicators. Indicators are the environmental dimension, can be assessed with the energy consumption, resource consumption, as well as emission and the waste. The social dimension assesses supply chain member, community, employer, and customer within 4 main indicators. These are the customer satisfaction, employee satisfaction, noise pollution, health and safety. Customer satisfaction is an output measure. Customer complaint is a metric used to measure customer satisfaction. Customer response time or the order cycle time measures the amount of the time between an order and its corresponding delivery. Moreover, employee satisfaction is within the domain of the human resource management that impacts business activity. The role of the human resource is to assess human performance by the human capability, labor productivity. Desai and Pateli proposed people related to the indicators such as employee turnover, employee training expenses, labor productivity. Scamander et al. Presented net availability of the employee to measure the performance. Noise pollution has a social impact that affects the health and safety of employee and the surrounding community. Error et al. Proposed sustainable metric for the noise pollution. The identify key indicators in the performance of the social dimension are customer satisfaction, employee satisfaction, noise pollution, as well as the health and safety. These indicators can be used to measure the social dimension of the individual supply chain members. Based on the existing reviewed literature, sustainable supply chain performance measurement can be based on the 3 dimensions with a total 14 identified key indicators shown in the figure 1. The proposed key indicators are the profitability, cost, flexibility, timeliness, productivity, quality, employment, energy consumption, resource consumption, emission and waste, employee satisfaction, customer satisfaction, health and safety, noise pollution. These indicators can be used to assess the sustainable performance of the supply chain. Indicators of the supply chain. There is the economic indicator, environment indicator, and the social indicator. Profitability, cost, flexibility, timeliness, productivity, quality, employment, and the environment are the energy consumption, resource consumption, emission and waste, and social, employee satisfaction, customer satisfaction, health and safety, and the noise pollution. Supply chain stakeholders have an important role to play in the development of the sustainable supply chain operation. The stakeholder in any given supply chain are the suppliers, imply the community and the end of the course customer. Figure 2 describes the proposed sustainable indicator framework of the supply chain stakeholder. These are the Figure 2 sustainable indicator through the stakeholder, suppliers, community, and the customers and the manufacturer. Sustainable indicator, suppliers, economic, environmental, and the social, cost and the timeliness, quality, energy consumption, emission and waste, customer satisfaction. Sustainable indicator, community and customer, economic, environmental, and social, employment, emission and waste, noise and pollution. Sustainable indicator, manufacturers, economic, profitability, cost, timeliness, and the productivity. Environment, energy consumption, resource consumption, emission and waste. Social, employee satisfaction, customer satisfaction, health and safety, and the noise pollution. Supplier mostly focus on the cost and reliability, as they are the very concerned with in full and on-time delivery of their supplier to manufacturer. For the delivery of their goods, supplier also need to consider energy usage and air emission at the same time. For manufacturer, the measurements are used to evaluate economics, environmental, and the social dimension, economic dimension, including profitability, cost, on-time delivery, and the productivity. There are 4 indicators for the environmental dimension, comparing of the energy consumption, resource consumption, air emission, and the waste minimization. Also, the social dimension focuses on the employee to measure the employee satisfaction, health and safety, including customer satisfaction. Working condition is an important factor for the employee in terms of the health and safety. Customer satisfaction is used to measure the number of the complaints from the manufacturing side. However, the measurement which concern customer and community will focus on the environmental and the social impact. There are 3 indicators that measure social and environmental dimension: employment rate, air emission, and the noise pollution. A numerical example of the Thai sugar supply chain is given here. A numerical example is presented to illustrate the application of the proposed supply chain sustainable performance framework. The context of this example is the Thai sugar industry. In order to measure the overall sustainability of the supply chain, a composite index can be developed to reflect the overall assessment. A composite index is widely used for the combination of the individual indicator. The composite index will be represent the overall sustainable supply chain performance that encompasses all discussed different dimensions. There are the 4 steps to create a composite index that will measure overall sustainable supply chain performance. The indicator are the first calculated the measure actual value. Secondly, a normalization method is used to convert different units of the measurement into a standard measurement. To define standard measurement, the literature review has provided levels of the measurement as shown in table 2. There are the 5 scales, with the 5 being the maximum value and 1 is minimum value. The proposed measurement are only valued for the sugar manufacturing and the need to be further normalized for comparison purposes. These are the level of the measurements are given here. Net profit less than 5%. These are the number 2, 5 to 10%. Number 3, 11 to 15%. Number 4, 15 to 20%. And number 5, more than 50%. Manufacturing cost greater than 75, 70 to 75%, 60 to 69%, 50 to 59%, and less than 50%. On-time delivery less than 90%. Key performance indicator for the supply chain and the logistics: 90 to 90%, 5%, 95 to 97%, 97 to 99%, and 100%. Productivity 0 to 39%, 40 to 59%, 60 to 79%, 80 to 89%, 90 to 100%. Resource use more than 80%, 64 to 79%, 48 to 63%, 32 to 47%, less than 32%. Air emission less than 54%, 50 to 68%, 69 to 80%, 81 to 91%, 92 to 100%. Waste minimization 81 to 100%, 61 to 80%, 41 to 60%, 21 to 40%, 0 to 20%. Customer complaint. Customer complaints are the important for the industry. What are the customers are complaining? This is important to handle. If the customer complaints are the less than 5%, then 1, 4%, 2, 3%, 3, 2%, 4, and less than 1% is the 5. Injuries and the illness 30%, 15 to 29%, 6 to 14%, 1 to 5%, and 0%. Employee turnover less than 30%, 25 to 30%, 15 to 20%, 5 to 10%, and less than 5%. Employee training less than 9%, 10 to 14%, 15 to 20%, 21 to 25%, and 26%. Labor productivity less than 19%, 20 to 49%, 40 to 59%, 60 to 79%, and 80%. Delivery cost less than 65%, 56 to 65%, 46 to 55%, 35 to 45%, and less than 35%. Quality of the product less than 5%, 5 to 7%, 8 to 9%, 10 to 12%, and 12%. CO2 emission less than 56.8%, 52 to 56.8%, 49.9 to the 59%, 48 to the 49%, and less than 48%. Employment rate less than 19%, 20 to 49%, 40 to 59%, 60 to 79%, more than 80%. Air emission less than 10%, less than 8 to 10%, 6 to 7%, 4 to 5%, less than 3%. Noise level less than 10%, 8 to 10%, 6 to 7%, 4 to 5%, and 3%. The third step is done by the weighing the indicators through the hierarchical activity weight method. This method establishes a hierarchical attribute with given level of the criteria. In order to calculate weighing, a pairwise comparison matrix is an important approach to compare each criteria of ratio weighing, set as shown in the table 3. The supply chain members, suppliers, manufacturers, employee, customers, and communities have different indicators weighed for the performance measurement. After the pairwise comparison, geometric mean is used to calculate the obtained weight of the indicators. Pairwise comparison matrix, which holds the preference value, is given here. Weight of the indicator x1, x2, x3, x1, x2, x3, W1 by W1, W1 by W2, W1 by W3, W2 by W1, W2 by W2, W2 by W3, W3 by W1, W3 by W2, and W3 by W3. This is the pairwise comparison matrix of the supply chain. For example, to calculate the weights indicator of the economic dimension, there are the 4 indicators such as a net profit, manufacturing cost, on-time delivery, and productivity as discussed in the table 4. Net profit, manufacturing cost, on-time delivery, and the productivity. Net profit, manufacturing cost, on-time delivery, and productivity. Here is the pairwise comparison matrix is completed here. Productivity is the 5, 3, 3, 1. On-time delivery 7, 5, 1, 3, 0. 3, 1, 1 by 5, 1 by 3. Table 5 shows the steps to calculate weight of indicator by the geometric mean. The weight of the net profit is the maximum weight of the indicators for the economic dimension of the manufacturer with a weight of the 0.5692. Example of the geometric mean: net profit, manufacturing cost, on-time delivery, and the productivity. Geometric mean is given here, weight is given here. Last but not the least, overall supply chain performance score is obtained by using the linear regression method as shown in the equation 1. Overall sustainable supply chain indicator is the weight I, xi, weight of the indicator, normalized value. Following the 4 steps to create the composite index, the numerical example based on the data of the Thai sugar industry as shown in the table 6. The example present measured value, rating scales, normalized value, weight and results. The result of the net profit is given as an example to calculate the sustainable supply chain index. The first step is the actual value of net profit, which is 11.60%. Then the actual value is converted to the rating scale based on the measurement level. That gives a rating scale of the 3. Then the rating scale is calculated and normalized value of the 0.75 is obtained. Third step is the calculation of the indicator's weight and offers a weighing value of the 0.5692. Finally, the result of the net profit indicators is calculated by equation 1 that gives a result value of the 0.4269. Overall supply chain, sustainable supply chain performance assessment with the composite index is done by aggregating the results of each indicator as shown in the table 7. The results categorize the 3 groups of the supply chain stakeholders comprising of the suppliers, manufacturer, customers, and the community. The overall sustainable supply chain score or the manufacturer is the 55.61. The other obtained score is the 80.97% and 75% from the composite index correspond to the suppliers and the customers and community respectively. As an observation, the manufacturer is the stakeholder with the least sustainable supply chain performance. The ratio of the economic, environment, and the social dimension are the 21.94%, 11.71%, and 21.96%. The environmental dimension has the highest ratio of the manufacturer's management would like to improve energy usage, waste usage, electricity usage, air emission, and the waste minimization. For suppliers, the overall sustainable supply chain score is 80.97%, comprising of the ratio for the economic, environmental, and social at the 26.3%, 21.33%, 33.33% respectively. The environmental dimension, which means the suppliers would need to improve their processes to reduce the environmental impact. However, customers and the community have ratio of the 25%. 25.00% for the economic dimension, 33.33% of the environment dimension, and 67.6% for the social dimension. It is possible that the relatively low ratio for the social dimension is that there is a bias due to the fact that the respondents are the social dimension in the proposed framework. Table 7, overall supply chain index. This is the overall supply chain index. Supply chain members are the manufacturer, supplier, customers, and the community. Economic factors are given here. 0.2194, 0.2634, 0.2500. Environment factors are the 0.117, 0.213, 0.3317. Social factors are the 0.2196, 0.333, 0.166. Overall supply chain, overall sustainable supply chain, 0.5561, 0.8097, 0.7500. Sustainable supply chain indicators are indicated in the table 6. Economic indicators, profitability, cost, timeliness, and productivity. Indicators are the net profit, manufacturing cost, on-time delivery, productivity. Formula are the net profit margin, manufacturing cost per product unit by the total cost per unit multiplied by 100. Number of on-time delivery, total of the purchase order into 100. A worker time on the productive activity multiplied by 100 divided by the total time available for the productive work. Measured value are the 11.6%, 77.93%, 99%, 85%. Rating scale 314144. Normalized value 0.75, 0.25, 11. Weights 0.5692, 0.26591, 0.0962, 0.0687, and the results are the 0.4269, 0.0665, 0.0962, 0.0687. Environment is the energy use, resource consumption, emission, and the waste. Energy use, ethanol used for the production into 100, total generated ethanol 80%, 1, 0.25, 0.250. Water use for the production into 100 total water 80%, 1, 0.25, 0.2550, 0.0638. Electricity used for production into 100 total generated electricity 80%, 1, 0.25, 0.28425, 0.706. Emission and the waste, air emission, waste minimization, energy input into the 100, that is the fuel, energy output, electricity 50%, 1, 0.25, 0.0725, 0.0181. Waste minimization, waste disposed, a tonnage of the grain processed per year 39%, 4, 1, 0.135, 0.135. Social, customer satisfaction, customer complaint from the local community, health and safety, injury and illness. Number of the complaint multiplied by 100, number of the purchase order 5%, 1, 0.25, 0.279, 0.0680. Number of the complaint from the local community 100, number of the purchase order, work related injury and the illness rate 5%, 5%, 1, 4, 0.25, 0.1831, 0.045, 0.1042, 0.1042. Different dimensions are given: the employee satisfaction, employee turnover, employee training, labor productivity. Annual employee turnover rate, percentage of the number of the training person a year, labor productivity rate, total output divided by total productive hour. Measured value 10%, 25% and 17%. Rating scale 4, 4, 4. Normalized value 1, 1, 1. Weights 0.0293, 0.075, 0.3361 and the results are 0.0293, 0.0754, 0.0361. Economics are cost, timeliness and the quality. Delivery cost, on-time delivery, quality of product, delivery cost per product, unit, total cost per unit, number of the on-time delivery, total purchase order, percentage of the commercial cane sugar is the 20%, 1, 1, 0.1884, 0.1884, 90%, 1, 0.2, 0.0810, 0.0162, 10%, 4, 0.8, 0.736, 0.584. Environment, energy use gauge, emission and waste, CO2 emission, fuel use per time, total fuel use, fuel consumption into the fuel emission, conversion factor, 37.7, 5, 1, 0.1, 0.100. Social, customer satisfaction, customer complaint, number of the complaint from the manufacturing into 100, number of the purchase order, 5%, 1, 1, 1.00. Indicator for customer and community, economics, employment rate, local workers, total workers into 100, 50%, 3, 0.75, 1, 0.750. Environment, emission and waste, air emission, frequency of concentration of the total suspended particulate, TSP, increase level per year, 4%, 4, 1, 1, 1.00. Social, noise pollution, noise level, frequency of the noise increase level per year, 8%, 2, 0.5%, 0.5. The section, however, described how the sustainability of the supply chain can be evaluated. Manufacturing firms need to consider 3 groups of the supply chain stakeholder comprising of the supplier, other manufacturer, customers, and the community. Then a composite index can be developed to represent the overall sustainable performance of the supply chain. The development of the composite index consists of the normalization, weighting, and aggregating methods. In conclusion, it is expected that the proposed framework will help supply chain stakeholders improve their respective processes by reducing cost and increasing value among the members. Conclusion, the manuscript discussed sustainable supply chain performance, which encompasses stakeholders that are supplier, manufacturer, customer, and the community. The proposed sustainable supply chain performance measurement highlights 14 indicators based on the economic, environmental, and the social dimension in order to assess the sustainable supply chain. A composite index is further developed to represent overall sustainable supply chain performance. They are the 4 steps to develop the composite index. First are the measuring value. Number 2 is the normalized method. Number 3 is the weighting of indicator. And number 4 is the aggregation method. In this research, a numerical example is used to illustrate how to create a composite index based on the Thai sugar industry case study. The obtained results offer an overall sustainability score of the 55.61% for the manufacturer, the other with the 80.97% and 75% in the composite index correspond to the supplier and customer and the community, respectively. The manufacturer has the least overall sustainability score. This means that the manufacturer need to improve its processes in order to increase current performance. The proposed overall sustainability score can help identify critical points between the supply chain stakeholders. Then the references are given here. The references are given here. Adel, H. Paik, Bhagwat, M.K. Sharma, Bochi and Grafi, Chen and Huang, De, Doshi and Pateli, Iror and Kakar, Freeman and Forberg, Gairadri and Sakani and Songi, Jiwala and the Bonnet, Gopal reporting Indian Initiative, GRI, Gopal Krishnan, Yusuf, Gyarjo and the Ofridanki, Govindan and the Khodwari, Jafarian, Gunasekharan and Patel, Gupta and V. Kumar, Hasni and Shruti, Kajrik, Lothman and Fortin, Markley and Davis, Sethi, Eskam Individual, Singh, R.K. Singh and Murthy, R.K. Singh and Murthy, Sosi and the Chapman, Sajruk and Muller, Tan and Yua, Tachi and Tani, Vinod and Arvind, Yi and the Yuang and the Yuang.